Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. Core to force, baby, all done. 30-day program. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, owner of PutYourselfFirst.com, and founder of Team Power Blast. Also got this ebook out there that you can download for free from myfitstart.com. All right, today's the last day. Got my little calendar out there, and that one gets to get a check box on there for finishing 30 days. So what were the results like? I just finished Core to Force. It's a 30-day program. I did the deluxe calendar all through the month of November 2016. And you know what? There was Thanksgiving in there, and it's not really necessarily Thanksgiving, it's Thanksgiving weekend, those things, but still, I pushed through this weekend, so I won't say the eating was so spot on, especially for portions, but anyway, with this program, I found it quite a lot more challenging than I was giving it credit for. Sometimes it's easy to judge a book by its cover, and just to say, you know what, I'll take a little 30-day break and do some twists and turns and punches and stuff like that. Wow, this one pushed me greatly. There were just some moves, I call them a nemesis move sometimes, that were just ones that I never got down to perfecting. Still turning and twisting and trying to get some of the coordination down, but totally awesome. Now, the last week of this program had you blending in a lot more of the ab workouts following the main workouts, and then the last 2 days of at least this calendar had the longest of the workouts and probably the most intense, where you had 12 rounds of them. Go back to old podcasts and you can look at and see what my assessment was on those. But as far as the overall program, I mean, what a great thing to do. Now, one thing, a couple of times on this adventure, I was in a hotel, and I liked the fact that I could do this in a hotel. Now, if you had a really small hotel room, doing some lunges or kicks and stuff like that might be a little bit challenging. But I mean, the one I have here, check this out. I mean, I had a ton of room behind me here to work out. I want to give a shout out to Mike Bastic, who showed me how to take my cable from my computer, hook it up to a TV so I can have it on the big screen in the hotel room using an HDMI cable. But anyway, back to Core to Force. I loved it. I had a good time. Each time I saw something on the calendar, yeah, there might have been those days where I'm like, oh, do I have to do that one move? But you know what? You showed up, you did your best, and had a blast doing it. I probably will do another round and come in with another combination. Maybe I'll do the regular calendar with this one, but lots of punches, lots of kicks, and they aren't just like straight punches, straight kicks. There's always some sort of combination whether you're doing a cross hook and a knee kick or something like that. And they've got videos in there that will teach you how to do those moves. I'll tell you what, you'll probably feel like you're uncoordinated for a while, and then all of a sudden it'll kick in, you'll catch your groove. The deluxe calendar had some agility workouts in there, which used the agility ladder, and so that's the only equipment. That's why I liked having this on the road, because actually I'm going to be going on another vacation soon, and sometimes the ideal thing is, I'm going to go over and use the gym or whatever, but you know what? You can bang this out real quick in your room, probably in about 35 minutes for most of the workouts, and you're dripping in sweat and you're ready to go, and it's great. I love my results. At the beginning of this, I was struggling a little bit with the eating. I know earlier in the year I had dropped 15 pounds, but that's when I was sick, and so in my recovery and stuff, I kind of overextended and went the opposite direction. So I wasn't too happy with my day one pictures, and I still a work in progress. But like you saw today, and moving forward, getting back to that core, the core to force type of thing. That's what I'm wanting to get back at, and just to feel good, feel comfortable in my clothing. And just to feel stronger and more empowered. So that's the big deal with me. And weight loss and stuff like that, I don't know. The scale, sometimes I just kick to the curb. I know a lot of times people want to know those stats and stuff like that. Maybe a few pounds, I don't know. Like I said, I had Thanksgiving and stuff in there, so am I going to step on the scale right after a weekend like that? No. Plus, I don't have one here. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a little assessment that way. I think it's definitely a great program. And you know what? They actually have, when you go to Push On Demand or on the DVDs, you can choose a track where you could just follow just the modifier. You'll still hear the cues from Jericho and Joel, but you'll have the modifier where the camera's on there, so you can learn to modify the moves. And as you get stronger, then you can ramp things up into doing what everybody else is doing. I've had several people in our group that just modified for a bit, and then bam, they're in it, and they're able to really impress and surprise themselves, and they're totally happy with their results. So anyway, hey, I'm gonna challenge you out there to join our upcoming group. Just message me so I can give you the details on it, and when we're officially starting, and how we can uplift each other and celebrate and push each other and share any tips or tricks that we've got going as we push through another round of Core to Force. And you know what, finishing the year strong and starting the year with a fast start is always a great way to go through December, instead of being like, hey, I'm gonna wait until the 1st, and then get further behind. Why do that? At least can get good workouts done during all the big holiday seasons. So anyway, that's all I have for this week. Message me, comment. If you have questions or anything like that, I so appreciate you subscribing. And you know what? If you know of somebody that could benefit from this, please forward it on to them. That's totally awesome. Or share the link. I appreciate you subscribing and being a fan. I'm a fan of yours. And remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.